What's going on, guys? We're here live at Cryopure Spa. Today we've got a special guest with us. Lindsay Casano is here. She's going to talk to us about essential oils, the benefits, how to use them, etc., etc. While we're doing that, we have one going right now, some aromatherapy to keep us focused.
Absolutely.
What do we have in here today, actually?
We have peppermint and wild orange, so very uplifting, energizing, also really good combination to use for, as Tom said, focusing.
Yeah.
And if you want to check out her page while we're doing this, it's Oil and Sage on Facebook, and she does have a Facebook page up, so if you're interested in seeing more about her while she's kind of explaining a little bit more about essential oils and everything, you can go there.
Perfect.
Wonderful. So like Tom said, my name is Lindsay Casano. I'm a doTERRA wellness advocate, and I specialize in educating on natural health and wellness solutions, specifically with essential oils. And today I'm excited to be here on the Cryo couch. It's very fun. But I'm going to really zone in on 5 particular oils and how they tie into a lot of benefits that the clients come here to Cryopure Spa for. And most of those benefits being managing stress, providing a better night's sleep, muscle recovery, soreness, tightness in muscles, boosting your immune system, aiding as an anti-inflammatory.
I think it's something we all could use.
Yeah.
Any of those
Absolutely.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah.
But we'll kind of dive in and get started. The first oil we're going to talk about is peppermint oil, and I have that here with me.
And it's also, I think, what we're smelling, and I'm
Yes.
feeling it like a boost.
Yeah. So peppermint this is your little bottle of energy right here. I love this oil, one of my favorites. You guys can, well, you smell it, but you can just smell it pure there. It smells so great. Really helps open up your airways. Very invigorating blend.
Very.
One thing I love about peppermint is I particularly use it for my headaches. And that's one of the reasons why I started using essential oils.
Let me get some more of that. I'm working on a headache right now.
Right here on your temples.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just a drop?
Yeah, just a little drop. Put that on your temples there.
On each side.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then you'll really feel that cooling sensation. And what that cooling sensation comes from is peppermint is a vasodilator. So naturally it's going to bring down the body temperature. Peppermint oil is something really great to use if you just tend to run hot, or maybe you're going through menopause or have hot flashes. It's something just great to put on the back of your neck and feel that sensation and just naturally bring down your body temperature. Also great if you're running a fever. I've used that before on my family members when people have been sick. It's really great. I've seen it work its magic that way.
Brings down that temperature of the fever. That's awesome.
And you said it's more effective than just like drinking some peppermint tea?
Yes, so 1 drop of doTERRA's peppermint oil is equivalent to 28 cups of peppermint tea.
That's a lot more effective.
What?
That just shows you how pure and how powerful these oils can be, which is pretty amazing.
That is incredible.
Very cool.
Also, a good fun fact about peppermint is it really helps aid in nausea and indigestion. If you tend to have sensitive stomach, or if you have heartburn, you can add a drop of peppermint oil just to, like a little shot of water, and shoot that, or you can put a drop under your tongue, and your nausea should dissipate within about 30 seconds. So really good thing about that.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's cooling right now, and the headache's going away. That's really cool. Before we get into the other ones, maybe we should take a step back and talk about like how can we take essential oils, I guess? Like,
right, because
transdermally.
what you just explained on the temples, like that's a very cool.
You'll hear me talk about different ways to use them, but just backing up a step.
Yeah.
The 3 ways you can use essential oils is, the first way is aromatically, which is what we have going on right here with our diffuser. And also Paige and Tom have a wonderful sauna here at Cryopure Spa. So, and they have a diffuser in there. So when you step into that sauna, you're not only sweating out all those toxins and getting rid of all the yuckies out of your body, you get that aromatic benefit from the diffuser, and depending on what oil you put in there, really open up your airways or calm you down. If you're anxious that day, you might want to throw something a little more calming in there just to help. So aromatically is the first way. The second way is internally. So like I said, putting the peppermint under your tongue, that's ingesting the oil internally. You can also fill them up in a veggie cap, something that you'd buy at the vitamin store. And then the third way to apply an essential oil is topically. So, like Tom did, he demonstrated.
It feels great. I'm not gonna lie. It really
He
does.
was complaining about that right before you walked in. Like, shoot.
It's like the perfect thing.
Yeah, right. So for all my like pregnant friends and family who
Sure.
are dealing with nausea, what's maybe the best way for them to deal with? So you said peppermint helps with that. So how should they be using it?
I would recommend either putting that drop under your tongue, or
Okay.
I personally like to rub it on my stomach if I'm not feeling good.
Okay.
Also good for motion sickness too.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, that's
I
it.
get motion sickness on planes.
Yeah.
There you go. A little peppermint on there.
Nice. Nice. Okay, so what other oils we have?
The next one we're going to talk about is
We
lavender.
got a question real quick.
Oh
So
yeah.
before we get going, Fernando, what's going on, man? Can you infuse it into foods?
You absolutely can. So we do have lime oil, which I have in my handy dandy little box here. Lime. If you're making guacamole and you haven't had time to go to the grocery store and get limes, voila! Add a drop or two
That's awesome.
while you're mashing up
And
your
what's the
avocados.
lime do?
The lime, this is a very uplifting, invigorating blend. This is actually good for respiratory support as well. You wouldn't think so.
Oh.
But lime has fun little, just energizing and citrusy. So I love that one.
That's cool.
Nice. So on top of being a delicious additive, it has benefits for
You
you.
can cook with them, yes.
Nice.
But we'll go back to lavender here.
Yeah.
So lavender, this is going to be your stress away in a bottle.
Yeah.
I need this
Hit me
like
with that.
constantly. You know what? Cool thing we talked about when Lindsay was here last time. You put it like on your necklace sometimes to kind of get
Yes.
you through the day. I need this like on my like a,
I
I
know.
need a necklace
We need to
right
just
up here.
calm you.
So I have something that's called a lava
That's
bead
nice.
stone. So it's just on a chain and it's a lava bead. It's a very grounding stone supposed to promote stability. And it's the way I diffuse my
Gotcha.
oils daily.
That's awesome.
Just so I don't have a diffuser going in my office and disrupt anybody, I can just smell it on my necklace. They have bracelets too, so maybe we'll get you a
Yeah, I'll be
little
like,
Yeah, there you go.
necklace.
calm down, Tom.
Yeah.
But anyone that has anxious feelings or stress, lavender is going to be your go-to to help calm you down, ease those tensions. Just put it on your wrist or put it on your neck. Also, sleep issues. If you have sleep apnea, insomnia, just having trouble, just restless, winding down from the day, I diffuse lavender nightly. I don't think I could sleep without it now. And the benefit of also just diffusing, I find in general, is it's so dry in Chicago in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And so your diffuser will also help moisten the air and act as a little mini humidifier. So
My favorite part of when Lindsay came and visited us before this, obviously, and one of my favorite parts was she was explaining how her friend is using it for their dog because they have a really energetic dog who wasn't really sleeping, I think,
Yes.
and this helped with that. So on our end, we have a very energetic dog, and we have lots of friends who do. So heads up, if you put some of the lavender in a diffuser, they might like sleep near it and sleep much better.
Even for thunderstorms, I have a dog as well, so we are all dog lovers here. Anybody else watching love dogs?
Yeah, right.
Give us a like.
Yeah, throw us a line.
But thunderstorms, my dog shakes and trembles, and I just put a little bit of lavender on his collar or on his belly, and it totally helps calm him down. Or you can just throw it in the diffuser if you don't want to put it on your dog, that's fine too. But they are safe.
That's lavender.
Puppies is a whole separate conversation. Diffuse oils for puppies don't apply. That's a whole different safety precaution.
Okay.
Another fun.
We have another question, I think.
No. I just want to say thank you to Fernando for sharing the video.
Oh yes, thank you, thank you.
Hopefully we get a few more people jumping on, but
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Another fun fact about lavender is it is a natural antihistamine. So, second reason why I started using essential oils was for my allergies. Rather than taking some kind of medicine that makes you drowsy from over the counter, mixing lavender, peppermint, if you guys can see these, lavender, peppermint, and lemon. This is your ultimate trio for allergy season.
Cool.
And you know what, that brings up a question for me.
Yes.
I think, personally, like, because most medications, I would say, have some kind of side effects.
Sure.
Hopefully not severe or anything like that, but
Sure.
for the most part, essential oils, have you felt that they have had any side effects or any negative side
Only
effects?
no.
Only good.
Yeah.
That's what we say about cryo too. Actually,
Yeah.
it's only good
I
side effects.
guess if scent is a side effect, but scent in a good
Scent's
way.
Yeah, this is great.
And I
Put this
actually,
on cookies.
I actually have the
Okay.
lemon, lavender, and peppermint in here. This is a roller bottle. So this is another way you can mix your oils together. Before I mentioned putting them in the veggie cap. You can also mix them together in a roller bottle, and when you do so, you want to dilute it. And how you dilute it is you use fractionated coconut oil, which comes in liquid form. Don't think coconut oil that you cook with, that's the solid. The fractionated coconut oil is a liquid. This right here is a 10 milliliter roll-on bottle. See, it has a little stainless steel. I mean, I just roll it on my neck during allergy season. I love it. It makes me feel good. You can also put it on the bottom of your feet.
You can smell them. Ooh, it's
Is
a
this,
nice combo.
This one is a mix.
This one, that's
That's
the
what makes
allergy
it the
blend.
Yeah, it's pleasant.
So I love that one, especially in the summertime. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different allergens here because we've run through all of the seasons here that
Right.
everybody uses.
Well, especially with it being warm in February,
Right.
I started using this. Then,
Like already?
yeah, already since I normally wouldn't use it in February.
Not that we're
but
complaining.
no,
Yeah, right.
keep it 60.
Be happy to use more essential oils.
Right.
And keep the weather
Yeah,
this
that's
way,
fine.
right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's a great trio to treat your allergies without having to take something over the counter. Also great for kids. It's a natural, safe way just to have them if they have some allergies going on.
Great.
Awesome.
We're at next.
Yeah.
Next we have On Guard. So this is On Guard. This is your immunity powerhouse.
All right.
So On Guard is a blend. It's doTERRA's protective blend. It's a mix of clove bud, cinnamon bark, and wild orange. Basically fall in a bottle. I love this stuff. It smells amazing.
Can I put it on my wrist?
Yes, absolutely. There you go. I use On Guard daily, especially during cold and flu season in the fall and winter time. It's something I put on the bottom of my feet every day before I leave for work. And the reason I put it on the bottom of my feet is...
You told me this. I know this.
Yes,
I know the
you know
answer.
it.
I wonder if you guys did. I don't know. Go ahead and tell them.
So your foot is the largest pore in your body, and once you put the oil on the bottom of your foot, it'll get into your bloodstream within 20 seconds and then hit every cell in your body within 20 minutes. So that's pretty remarkable how powerful and how effective these little...
I'm surprised that's such a great piece of knowledge to have.
Right?
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. And I didn't know that before you told me. So.
No. And especially if there's an oil that might not settle well with your nose, everybody reacts differently to different scents. Putting it on your bottom of your foot is a great way to get the benefit of that oil if you don't love the smell of it.
Sure.
Yeah.
But you want to have that benefit of what that oil provides. So that's a great alternative. Also, On Guard, just diffusing that during the cold season, just get that bacteria, whatever's floating around, out of the air. Keep it pure, keep it clean. So that's another fun way to use it. It's just by diffusing it.
Yeah. So flu season's a good one to have this.
Yes, we should have had that.
During our
First,
flu episode.
Yeah.
There we go.
What's up, Jacob? What's going on?
Next we have Deep Blue. So all my athletes, where are you?
Yeah.
Runners, spinners, whoever. Deep Blue is our muscle blend for sore, achy muscles, joints, arthritis, whatever you have going on. This will be your best friend. This smells very similar to an icy hot or a Bengay. Has that same sensation when you put it on the skin, but all in natural form without any chemicals or synthetics.
Very cool.
We've used I think the gel one.
It comes in a cream, yes.
Yeah, the cream one. We've used that here
Yeah.
actually, and it's worked really well.
We have a lot of some Navy SEALs who came in did it as well.
Yeah.
And they found a really good benefit. They did the cryo and then would put this on in the cream form.
Yep.
Yeah.
We took
That's
care of some.
great.
It helps with a little bit of tendonitis and it works for a lot of different things, but it did help with the tendonitis. We also used a little massager on that as well, just to kind of help the circulation in the area. So
Do you combo with massage ever? Do you think that's a good?
I do. Me personally, I just have a lot of back issues and tension going on, so I sit at a desk all day. So when I come home from work, my low back's a little tight, achy, and sore.
Sure.
I just put a little bit of this on, and it really helps alleviate that pain and tension that I have. It's magic.
I'm amazed. By the way, this is still really nice and cool. I like it a lot. It's really nice.
And this will have that same effect too. The deep blue, it does have peppermint in it.
Okay.
So
Oh, great.
Cool.
Okay, so that's I like this one.
it's blue
Me too.
too. The
Very
oil comes
pleasant.
out blue. So
Oh, really?
that's fun. Yeah.
I don't know why, but that's cooler to me.
And then our fifth oil we have is frankincense. So frankincense is the king of all oils.
Oh.
This is going to be your anti-inflammatory in the bottle.
So we are big on anti-inflammatory, which is the monster of all monster things.
Yeah, it's the silent secret. I mean, there's another silent killer too, but hypertension. But inflammation is a huge deal, and
It is.
they had a cool article years and years ago, done by Time Magazine about inflammation being the secret killer, because
The link
it's
to
linked to
mortality.
so many illnesses and ailments and
Yep.
pretty much
It's the root.
anything.
Yeah.
It's a root
It
cause, and it all starts with the gut, and we're all inflamed, unfortunately.
I
Yeah.
know. So anything you can do to reduce it.
Yeah.
Yes, and I will tell you how. But fun little fact about frankincense is the molecules are so small in this oil that they can actually cross the blood-brain barrier, which is pretty awesome.
Wow.
Especially when it comes to inflammation, because that's, like you said, the root of all problems within the body. A great way to help your inflammation by using frankincense is if I wake up a little sore, a little achy, or just not feeling 100%, put a drop of frankincense under your tongue. Frankincense, since I said it is the king of oils, he has many tricks.
Awesome.
I guess I'd call frankincense a he.
Sure.
What are the tricks?
Another trick with frankincense is for headache. If you put a drop of frankincense on your thumb and then hold it to the roof of your mouth for 30 seconds. I do this especially when I feel a migraine coming on. It is magic. It just really dissipates.
That's a big
my
problem for
migraine
a lot of
doesn't even
people.
come on.
Yeah, I
That's
do get
amazing.
migraines to the point where like I'm sobbing, and if you're in a car, you have to pull over and stop and cut away everything.
Yes.
So having that on
You
hand
get
would
that
be-
blind. I get
Yeah.
that blinding too. I'll try and be typing an email, and then all of a sudden it just goes.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's why I carry this guy
Good.
with me.
Yes, very
Listen,
smart.
peppermint. But frankincense is also great to layer with other oils.
Okay.
So we just talked about deep blue.
Yes.
So power couple right there. You have your sore achy muscles, and this will help with that cooling sensation, and you're probably inflamed at the same time.
Right.
So these two together, you put your deep blue on, and then frankincense layer over, just because this one's so strong, it's better to layer over. Really get in there and help with your
So
joints.
Is there
kind of
like-
get through anything
Is
else.
there like a time limit? Oh, jeez, I'm gonna knock things over. Is there like a time limit on how long you should wait before you put on the frankincense?
No,
Or
you can
just put it right on
yeah,
after.
just put it on.
And how frequently can you use it, like throughout the day?
Well, I can provide a safety chart if we want to post something.
Yeah,
That'd be
But I
great.
mean, there are, depending on children and then teenagers and adults, there are different ratios
Okay.
of how much oil you should use in a day's time, especially ingesting it.
Yeah.
But we can certainly post those safety
Yeah,
facts.
we'll get that
That'd
out,
be
for sure.
great. Yeah, because and you said, if you're diffusing it for instance, maybe a baby for sleep,
Yes.
and would that level
That's-
be different, or
No,
it's okay to diffuse it?
diffusing's fine. More
Well-
about internally and topically, you don't want to overdo it. Because
Makes sense.
yes, they are powerful and pure, so you need to be mindful of that. Frankincense is also good for your skin, for wrinkles, fine lines, fading scars. This is your buddy that you want to use to help with that.
Sure, he does kind of seem like the king of all
He,
essential
he
oils.
is. I also put, after I put my On Guard on for my feet during cold and flu, I put frankincense on too, because he's good for immunity as well. And then if you want to smell that, and I guess another little fun fact why they call it the king of oils is frankincense
Kind of folly too.
one of the 3 gifts that they brought to baby Jesus. So
I love that.
Isn't that nice? It's like,
Smell that.
yeah, I know. I wish
you-
we could pass
can you-
smell
can
to
you
the
smell?
camera. Because really, it's like a great
gonna invent
candle. Right?
Someone needs to invent that.
Yeah.
it's
Oh
great.
man, that's great. Actually, that with this
Do they make
are
that?
great.
Do they make candles out of essential oils?
Yeah.
Oh yes, you can actually make your own.
Look at that!
We can do a little make and take party.
That would be fun!
I would love it.
Oh my
You
gosh,
don't
that'd be-
understand.
he
I'm
does
the
love
biggest
candles.
candle fan. Like,
Yes.
I'll have it going all night if I can.
Yeah.
I don't want to burn out the house.
Yeah, we can make our own.
Oh, see, so tune in at some point in time when we'll discuss it later.
Yeah.
When we'll make candles here.
Do-it-yourself products,
Yeah.
beauty and home.
There you go.
To be continued.
Yeah, yeah. So if people want to like learn more about it, or you know, send you information or questions or anything like that,
How do they get
how
in
do they
touch
get a
with
hold
you?
with you?
So, like Paige said, I just started a Facebook page, so I'm starting to get info on there. It's Oil and Sage. Instagram, I've been really active on. My Instagram handle is Oil and Sage. My name's Lindsay Casano again. If you want to find me,
We'll
find
link
me.
her up too.
Yeah, we'll
And
put all her
then
stuff in
You
here for
can,
you.
guys can always refer questions on this video.
Yeah.
Paige and Tom will monitor it, and they can shoot me an email or text, and we can figure it out. And then I'll monitor it too and respond, or they can always connect us together.
Even if you're not watching live, just put your questions down below.
Mm-hmm.
Any comments, anything really, and we'll be happy to get to them as quickly as possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have one more question.
Yes.
Which method of delivery do you prefer? I don't know why I'm so big on method of delivery, but like, as far as like aromatherapy versus like the pour, like which one do you think works the best for you?
Topically.
Topically.
I mean, I love topically. I just love being able to smell it.
Yeah.
Internally is great because it gets right, you're ingesting it and it gets right into your system. But I love topically just because I love feeling, whether it be the cooling sensation from peppermint or being able to smell the On Guard because I love the way that smells, or relaxing with the lavender if I'm feeling anxious, or it's just been a busy day and you kind of need to just zen. And,
For sure.
I mean,
Decompress.
Exactly.
And what's the one you can never live without?
Oh man!
She's like the combination of this box.
Yeah, right.
My little box here. No, I would really say peppermint is one of my favorites.
Okay.
Just because with respiratory issues, headache, nausea, it has a whole lot of things that I rely on it for.
Sure.
Sure.
So I love peppermint, and even peppermint, if you don't have the deep blue, peppermint's good. I mean, you feel that cooling sensation, so that's going to help with your joints are stiff and tight. I mix peppermint with lavender, switching gears back to dogs, because I have an older dog, so he has arthritis and sore achy joints. So I dilute my peppermint and lavender with some coconut oil in a roller bottle, and I rub that on his knees, and I've noticed a difference when he goes to the park and play. He moves a lot better. So
That's great.
Awesome.
Great.
That's awesome. And is it still for everyone?
Yes, it's still cooling my and my headache's gone, so that's incredible.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
but if you guys have any questions, send them over now or find us and come to Cryopure Spa and get some aromatherapy in the sauna.
We thank you so much for joining us.
This has been fun.
We'll definitely have you on again in the future. But thank you for your time.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Awesome.
Bye, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Take care, guys. Thanks.